Hi, and welcome to HUMA Beats&Eats podcast. I'm Marnie Wood, your host, and today I have the extreme pleasure of having Evidential medium, spiritual teacher and mentor, author and retreat facilitator, Stacey Niedenthol, here to interview and join me. Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Yeah. So you can give us a little background as to what you do.
Well, I'm an evidential medium. And basically what an evidential medium is a medium that gives you evidence.
Oh, okay.
So when I do a reading for someone, I want to make sure I have the right person. Mm-hmm. So I may say to you, and I always use the example of my mom. So if you were me and I was another medium, I would say something like, I have a mom figure coming in. It feels like November may have been important to her. It feels as though there was cancer that spread. It started in one area and spread throughout, and it was a short disease. Does that make sense to you? And then you would say, yes, my mom passed of cancer, started in the liver, went to her kidneys. She was born in November, got sick in April, passed in June. And then I would do one of these and say, okay, is it okay? Because people want to tell you more information.
Yeah.
I want to bring the evidence through. You're paying me to get information from them, not to give me the information.
Right.
And then I would say, is it okay if I bring this person through? Occasionally people would say to me, I don't want them to come through.
Oh, okay.
And I try to push them back, but sometimes they may just want to say, I'm really sorry. Mm-hmm. And then once I have the link, then I can bring others through as well.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Very cool. Is there a difference between a medium and a psychic? And you already went into what's an evidential medium.
Yes.
So are there other titles for mediums?
Yes. Well, all mediums are psychic, but not all psychics are mediums.
Okay.
So a medium can talk to those who have gone before us. Mm-hmm. A psychic picks up energy that's around you, of things that are coming in or things that you've been through. So a psychic is more energy reading. A lot of people will go to a psychic for their love life or their health.
Right.
Those are two topics I don't hit. Unless spirit brings it through, then I will do that. But I have a lot of people who will message me, when am I getting married? And I'm like, I don't know. When do you get married?
When do you want to get married?
When do you want to get married? Because as a psychic, if I were to say to you, you're going to meet a man in the next couple months and his first name starts with T. Every T person you meet, you're going to say, this is the one. Mm-hmm. And humanly, you're going to screw it up.
Right.
It's not organic. So if I were just doing a psychic reading, I may just say, I feel like there's someone that's coming in within the year. Mm-hmm. And that's it.
Oh, okay.
Unless, like I said, unless spirit brings it up. Mm-hmm. Generally, they don't, because they want to bring a message to their loved ones.
Mm-hmm. So when you start understanding that you're able to have visibility, does it come through first, initially psychic-wise, like energy, or is it different for everyone?
I think it's different for everybody, because when this started for me, I actually thought I was schizophrenic.
Oh, wow.
Because I was seeing, feeling, and hearing stuff. I was having debilitating panic attacks and anxiety attacks.
My goodness.
And like 15 and 20 of them a day.
Wow.
Dry heaving, I couldn't have ticking clocks in my house.
Oh, wow.
Because it felt like my world was closing in.
Oh, yeah.
So I went to the doctor, and I'm not that person that just goes to the doctor, and ask him, Alzheimer's, dementia, schizophrenia, what is this? And I did some counseling and went through some things that I thought that I had taken care of, but apparently I had not. Mm-hmm. And it slowed it down a little bit because of some of the meds that they put me on, but it didn't totally get rid of it. And then when my mom got sick in April, I noticed I wasn't having as many panic attacks or anxiety attacks. And what I thought was, I'm just so laser focused on mom. Mm-hmm. Like I don't have time for anybody else. And after she passed, my friend Denise, who lives in Bel Air, invited me to a reading. She was having a medium come to her house. So I drove 2 hours, and this medium was like spot on with a lot of things about my mom. And after the meeting, she said, yeah, I'd like to talk to you. And I thought, and I say this all the time, oh my God, I'm in trouble with the woo-woo woman, right? Like, what did I do? And she explained to me about the panic attacks and anxiety attacks and ticking clocks. And literally the only person that knew about that was my husband.
Oh, wow.
But this medium knew. And she told me that Spirit had a big job for me to do. And I either needed to open up and trust or shut it down. Because if I did nothing, it was going to make me crazy, which is where I thought I was.
Oh, wow.
So talked to my husband about it. And, you know, at first he was like, he was a little leery about me even going to see a medium.
Yeah.
We were born and raised in the church. So, you know, I'll talk to anybody about it because I'm still a child of God. So I basically had a conversation with God and said, if this is what you want me to do, put people in my path. And people started showing up.
Oh, wow.
It was crazy how we met a man in Howard County, Maryland, at a bike swap meet who only lived like 8 miles from us, who connected me with a sister in Colorado.
Wow.
Who was coming to Maryland, to Hagerstown, close to us, the following week. And then she connected me with someone in Australia.
Oh.
It was just like, I mean, you can't make this stuff up.
It's like 6 degrees of separation far away.
Right. And everybody kept telling me, you talk to the dead. And I'm like, no, quit saying that. That freaks me out. Like, no, I don't. And when this medium from Australia did a reading for me, she was like, oh, you already communicate with those on the other side. And I'm like, stop saying that. Like, no, I don't. And she said, did you used to get teased when you were a little girl about having imaginary goats? And I was like, oh my, yes. Yes, I did.
Wow.
And she said, those weren't goats. Those were ghosts. But you couldn't say ghosts. And then later she mentored me for 2 or 3 lessons, just how to open up to spirit. And we did this third eye meditation, open up my third eye. And I was instantly transported back to my bedroom in like 2nd or 3rd grade, where I would have these nightmares of eyes chasing me around. It was my third eye.
Wow.
So I shut it down because I was afraid of it, or they backed off because sissy girl's not going to handle this. I feel like all the panic attacks that happened years later were preparing me for what was about to happen with my mom.
Oh, yeah.
So 50 years later, because this didn't occur to me, this didn't happen for me until I was almost 50 years old.
So you had nothing when you were younger that you can recall?
I just always thought I was a weird kid. You know? I just knew things, and I would talk, and I talk to myself all the time. My poor husband, when we travel out west, you know, we're in the vehicle forever, and I'll be having a conversation. He's, what? I'm like, nah, I'm talking to them. So he's like, well, just tap me when you want me. But I don't know. I just always thought that was kind of normal, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's been about 12 years now, 11 years. No panic attacks, no anxiety attacks.
Oh, wow.
I know what I do is what I'm supposed to do. I think about death a whole different way than what I used to. And it brought me to this moment in time right here with you.
Very cool. Very cool.
Short and sweet, but yeah.
I know. That's great. I am a true believer in what's meant to be is meant to be, and what's meant to happen is going to happen.
Absolutely.
I think the free will comes in where you can choose which path you take.
Yes.
And I have an example. I use that because where I really realized that when my ex and I, when we were splitting up, he said, this is supposed to happen? And I said to him, no. I said, the day I looked on your phone, if I didn't look on your phone, this would have happened. If I did look on your phone, this would have happened. And that's all. So I made the choice, but it was set up either way.
Yes.
So
absolutely. There's always a plan. It just depends on which road or which path you go.
Exactly. Exactly. Do you know or feel or believe that everyone has this ability, but just different levels? Or is it something that's passed down from generation to generation? Like,
there's a lot of different people that have different opinions about that. I believe we have, I love this. I believe that we all have abilities for something. Mm-hmm. So, musician, Eddie Van Halen started behind the drums. Mm-hmm. And Alex started with the guitar. Mm-hmm. And then one day, Eddie just decided, I'm going to tear this guitar apart to bust on Alex. But then when he put it back together, he fell in love with it. So, does everybody have the ability to play the guitar? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. But it's where your passion is.
Yeah.
So, whatever you pay attention to, that's what's going to grow within you. So, I believe we all have abilities for something. It's just what calls you. Mm-hmm. Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. So how have you procured your ability? Like once you realize that this is what you're meant to do, this is your path, this is your abilities, how did you move forward?
Well, I started out, when I first started telling you about the woman who was in Australia, I asked her to mentor me. And we did 3 classes together. And then she said, you don't need a mentor. Just do what comes naturally to you. So I started practicing on, friends and not necessarily family because I know too much about family. Mm-hmm. And not a lot of my family kind of understood what was going on. Mm-hmm. So
were they skeptical?
I don't know if they were skeptical, but they were like, "Oh, we're going to pray for you," and I'm like, "Great."
Oh, okay.
I'll take all those prayers. Mm-hmm. I love that. Mm-hmm. Pray all you want. That'll give, more access to me,
right?
From the higher up. I did a lot of reading, books. I'm addicted to books. Mm-hmm. So every subject that I could find, I would read on. I would take a little bit from that. And the friend of mine who was from Colorado, I had talked to her. There was this school in Phoenix, Arizona, and there's this place in New York, Omega. And she just quite candidly said, why would you have someone teach you something that comes naturally? Oh. Learn what you can, let Spirit teach you, and when you need a mentor, one will appear.
Oh.
So for about 7 years, that's what I did. Mm-hmm. And started just practicing, doing one-on-ones, and then, can I bring my mom? And then there was 3, and my friend Denise, she was just like, oh my God, you can come to Bel Air, and you can practice on, and it just kind of grew. Mm-hmm. And, I don't know, maybe 8 years later, I had taken a couple classes with different mediums and studied mediums on TV. This is what I think is good, and this is what I don't think is good. Mm-hmm. You take what appeals to you.
Can I ask, at what point did you be comfortable enough and strong enough in your ability that you said, okay, now I'm ready to not practice. I'm ready to do and
I was maybe a year into it because when I was practicing, everybody would, what should I pay you? Uh-huh. Because money is energy. And I was like, you know what? Just donations, whatever. And some people would give me, $20, which was fine. Mm-hmm. Others would give me like $200. I'm like, whoa. What's this about?
Yeah.
So I was probably maybe a year into it. And I thought, I have to believe in what I'm doing, but I'm not out to scam anybody.
Right.
So, I started fairly low because I had low expectations of who I was. Mm-hmm. And I'm still probably under what a lot of mediums charge. Mm-hmm. And one of my mentors has been saying to me for years, like, you don't charge enough. I just want to make a living and help. Yeah. So there are mediums out there that will charge you $4,000 to come to you. Right?
That's a lot.
It's a lot. But, that would be like a group of 10 people. Yeah. But still, that's $400 a person.
Yeah. Like, I always wondered, I forget his name. The real popular one.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. Tyler Henry, John Edwards.
No, I think John Edwards.
I love John Edwards.
When he did his, because he came here, and I'm sure he's been here.
He's coming to Bethesda. June, I think. Mm-hmm.
But the one time, I don't remember how much the tickets were, but I think I had family members went to go see him.
Yeah, usually between $60 and $75.
Yeah.
If you get the VIP, it's like $125 maybe.
Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable.
Good grief.
To me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, and when I would compare what I charge to someone like John Edwards, I'm like, I'm not a John Edwards. But I've been doing this now for 13 years.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not a John Edwards, but I can bring through a lot of information. I have to stay humble about it, but I don't feel like it should be not affordable for 80% of the population, let's say. Yeah.
So then how did you go from practicing into doing seminars and retreats and writing your book? Were you writing your books from the beginning? Like
the book, My Head Knows But My Heart Still Hurts. I had been writing that based on what a lot of people would say to me at readings. I'm afraid I'm going to forget this story. I'm afraid I'm going to, forget the sound of their voice. My daughter wasn't born when my mom was here. She's never going to know her. And writing, journaling, scientific fact, it proves to your nervous system that this happened. So when thoughts mull around in your head, they get out of control. When you're grieving, your thoughts stay in your head and they get out of control. But when you write your thoughts down, all of a sudden you say to your body, this mattered, I mattered, this happened. Does it take grief away? No. But it enables you to have a permanent record of something, a memoir to pass down to those that didn't know them. And that's what My Head Knows What My Heart Still Hurts is. It's prompts. Tell me your favorite story about your, whoever your loved one is about. And I have my own God winks in there where I'll give an example about something. And I learned through writing the book, I was still grieving some things.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, oh. Because different people would pop up in my head about different things. So, and a friend of mine whose son passed away unexpectedly, when she and I were talking, she was like, you know what? She's like, through all this, like my head understands it, but my heart still hurts. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to use that for the title of my book. So that's how the book came about.
Okay.
And that was maybe, I don't know maybe 5 years ago I wrote that book. And then My Crystal Addiction Diary, I own a shop in Chambersburg, Hip Gypsy Emporium, where we sell crystals and stones and, all the hippie vibe, hippie biker boho fantasy stuff we've got. And so many people will come in and they'll buy stones and crystals and they'll go, oh, I forget what this was for. Well, this is a way to categorize them so that you can inventory them and go, oh, I got this citrine back in such and such, and I bought it because this, and I've noticed when I'm carrying it, this.
Oh, okay.
So it's just, again, telling the nervous system, it helps you remember what you're doing.
Oh, okay.
So that's how I came about that. I don't remember what your question was. Oh,
that's okay. The retreats and everything.
So the women's
Seminars,
retreats actually happened, this will be my third one. My husband and I went on a cruise 4 years ago with John Holland and Anita Majano. And it was amazing.
And who are they?
So John Holland is a world-renowned psychic medium.
Okay.
And Anita Majano has several books and does a lot of speaking about near-death experiences.
Oh, okay.
So I knew about John. This was the second time that I tried to take a class with John, but he was with somebody else that I didn't know. And it always happens that the person that he's with is the main speaker. So we just get a little bit of him. Well, with this, I ended up, my husband and I were on the Lido deck. He just happened to walk over to us. I was like, oh my God. And he sat down.
It's my lucky day.
And he was talking to us. And I'm like, I just want to pick your brain. And he's like, I'm right here. And I didn't know what to ask.
Yeah.
And after we walked away, I said to Jeff, I said, oh my God, that's my husband. I don't know if I mentioned his name. That was worth coming on the cruise. And he was like, he's a person. I said, okay, so if you and I were sitting on the Lido deck and Neil Peart came and sat down beside you, and he went, oh. I said, yeah, I've read his books, I've studied him, I've watched him, I adore the way he delivers, and I've learned so much from him. But the other person that he was with the first time was Joe Scheel, who was a spirit artist. I'd never even heard of spirit art. And
is that like where they can paint your aura and stuff like that?
He does auragraphs, but also when he's doing a reading, he's drawing what he's seeing.
Oh,
so
wow,
at the end of your reading, you may have a picture of your loved one.
Oh.
Or, if there's several little things, let's say when you were little, you grew up on a horse farm with your grandmom. And maybe there's a picture of grandmom on the horse, and the horse's name was Lucky. These are the things that come out for him.
Okay.
So it was very interesting. After I had this class with John and Joe, I didn't even know I signed up for an email from Joe. And 7 years later, I get this email that he's taking on mentors. And he's mentoring people. And I'm like, oh. And there was this long, questionnaire that you had to fill out, which I get. And we spoke on the phone, and, I joined his mentoring class for 2 years. And we're now in like year 5 since then or something. So I've got these different mentors that I learned different things from. I've got Joe, who's very soft-hearted, John, who's straight and to the point, and then Tony Stockwell, who just is just like, oh, isn't that lovely? Let's try that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've got all personalities that I need,
so
to help
cool.
me get through different things. But I'm not saying that to make me sound special or all their own speed dial or anything like that. But it's interesting how different personalities talk to different parts of your energy. Where you're like, yeah, I just need to shut up and take care of it. Or, oh yeah, this is a problem, I'm really sorry. Or, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Let's try, see what happens. When we were on the cruise, I just got this epiphany one time, and one night, and I said to Jeff, and I'm like, oh my God, I could do this. And he goes, well, maybe not a cruise for the first one. So I'm like, okay.
Go big or go home.
Right? So he goes, maybe, we'll go to an island, the Bahamas or something. And I'm like, maybe a little bit smaller. I said, how about if we go to Tennessee? We'll go to the mountains.
Oh.
So our first one was in the mountains, and then the second was in Delaware, which was by the shore. And then this one is in Huntington, Pennsylvania, which is by Raystown Lake.
Oh, okay.
So I'm using different areas, but it's growing. The first one was more of a grief retreat. And I took a poll of the people who were there, and they were more interested in learning about spiritual empowerment. So this last one that we did was learning about the clairs and learning about stones and crystals and mediumship readings. We did crystal, or not a crystal grid, but like a grid outside of the house to bless the house that we were in. And it was, it's as enlightening for me as it is for them.
I'm sure, because you probably get touched by them as they're touched by you.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing sometimes. I have, if it's okay, I have 2 for instances. The one thing that I did was it's called psychometry. And psychometry is when you hold an object or you look at a picture without knowing anything and you write down what comes to you. So I had each one of the participants bring one item and one photo and not tell anybody about it. And when they came into the room, Denise, took these things, put them on the tray, and then we handed them out. And with the photos, every single one of them said, well, this is probably wrong, but here's what I got. And then whose photo is this? And then they would say, oh, it's my photo. How much did they get right? They had things that were incredible. Wow. And then the same with the object. And the one object, one woman brought a flashlight. And the woman who was doing the psychometry, she goes, I didn't get much. I'm like, what did you get? She said, I got a kitchen drawer, a move, and a car. okay, well, who has this flashlight? And the woman that brought the flashlight was just kind of laughing. And she said, so that flashlight was always in my kitchen drawer. We moved houses. I changed jobs. And my husband said to me, now that you're on the night shift, why don't you put that flashlight that we never use in your car?
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, so you got 3 things, but this was it.
But you got them on the money.
And you got it. And the other thing, I took them on a meditation that brought them back to themselves, to the little girl within them. And afterwards, I'm like, well, how's everybody feel? Tra-la-la-la. And everybody was quiet except for this one woman that was over to the right of me. She goes, I'm pissed. And I'm like, okay, let's talk about that. She goes, no, I'm pissed at you. And I'm like, how did I do it?
You're like going through the whole thing. What did I do? What did I do?
I thought I was over all that stuff, and you brought it all back up.
Oh.
And she said some things that I had forgotten. And I said, okay. So what did the adult you say to the little girl? And she's like, we're not taking that shit anymore. I said, so are you still pissed? And she says, no, I'm not. But it was just like, But it's different things like that that make me go, oh, shadow work does work, different ways for different people. Of course, I understand where she was coming from, but it was a good exercise for her to do.
So how many retreats do you think you'll try to do? Like,
wow.
Just...
I probably one a year. I was kind of floating the idea, like next year, to do one in the spring and one in the fall.
Oh, okay.
But there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
This year we're doing it all based on Alice in Wonderland.
Oh,
one of my favorite fairy tales.
So what made you choose that?
So when I was dealing with anxiety and depression, and Alice in Wonderland's always been one of my favorite, I was in a deep hole, but now I found Wonderland. And when you look at the spiritual symbolism, like Alice was the wanderer. She was searching. And the queen, the boundary keeper, So each character, even the looking glass, reflecting, looking back.
Yeah.
So sometimes we have to get lost to find ourselves. So that's the whole thing behind that. Last year we did the mermaid theme. We were at the beach, but that was in thinking about the transformation that you take. And then the one before was butterflies, because it was grief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. They sound very interesting. After you discovered your ability, did it lead to other roads in life that you did not think you would ever take? Because if you had asked me even like 2 years into my singlehood, but like 10 years ago, 15 years, I would have never in a million years uttered, I'm going to be doing a podcast. I'm going to be interviewing musicians. I'm going to be doing stuff with food that I love and have always wanted to do. Like I would have never, ever been able to. I would never. So do you have?
Oh my God! I mean, just talking to the dead. You know what I mean? Because literally, and I say this in jest, but I don't watch horror movies. I was never good at that because that stuff, it scares me.
It's scary, yeah.
It scares me. I did always watch Dark Shadows. That's probably aging me. Came one after the White Cap commercial when I got home from school. But my bedroom had the attic in it.
Oh.
And my sibling told me that Barnabas Collins lived in the attic. Oh. So if I would hear something up there, so that stuff freaks me out. Still does. Do you do ghost hunts? No, I don't. It's not my gig. Everybody does whatever. Will you clear a house? Depending on what's going on. And I'll ask certain questions. Because if I come to your house to clear your house and something is thrown at me or I'm scratched or I'm told get out, I'm out.
Does clear your house mean to...
It's blessing the house. It's getting rid of the old energy that's in it so that new energy can come in. But there are people who have things that go bump in the night for whatever reason that maybe don't know that they can go to the light.
Okay.
So it's putting that invitation out to go to the light. There are others who that is their specialty. I got a guy, I got a person, that's who you need to call. When someone asks me if I'll do it, do you smell propane or gas? Or nope, never smelled that. Has anything ever been thrown at you, or have you been scratched? Nope, never happened like that. Have you ever been pushed down the steps? Nope. Okay, so those are my 3 things. So let's talk. So what's going on in the house? A lot of times the house was built on a graveyard that was never really documented.
Right.
So those energies are disturbed and don't know where to go. And again, sounds hokey, but you just invite them to the light from now into eternity, but they can't stay in my house. This is mine, and I will take very good care of it. Sometimes it's an energy who, let's say a husband passed before a wife, and he keeps coming back to the house because he's looking for her. And he's never really moved to the next realm. She's not here anymore. We believe she's passed. And I'm going to invite you to the light so that you can find her. It's things like that. I don't necessarily believe, and I know it's touchy, that spirits get stuck, even though that's kind of what I just said. I don't know that there's a real way to know unless you're actually with that spirit, with that energy at the time.
Are you able to determine if other people have a similar ability? And if so, like how? And do you approach them? Or
I don't poach anybody's energy. So so if I'm doing a reading for you, and spirit comes through and says, you've seen me and you've heard me, and she's, had instances where when she was younger, she knew her grandmother was going to die before. So I may say, does this resonate with you? Well, yeah, you can probably connect with the other world. But I'm doing a reading, so my job is to give you the best reading possible and not to pitch you on, oh, hey, if you want to learn how to do that, I'm your girl.
Yeah.
But later I might say to them, just in case you're interested, there's a lot of books that are out there, or I do mentor students. If you're ever thinking about it, I have several conversations with someone before because I may not be the right person for them, and vice versa. If you just want to, oh, hey, I think it would be fun to be a medium, I'm not your girl. But if you're like, you know what, I see stuff, I feel pulled towards more, I feel like I have a bigger purpose, let's talk.
Yeah. What sets your abilities apart from one another? Like the different abilities you have. How do you know something is more energy? How do you know that someone's trying to come through?
So when I tune in, it's like it's like turning a light on to let spirit know I'm open and ready to channel. It's the way it feels. It's what I hear. Sometimes I'll audibly hear, but usually it's like things just come to me that I know spirit's coming in. I'm not open all the time. If I was, I would be crazy.
Yes.
Like
I would imagine so.
the panic attacks.
Yeah.
And they know sometimes if I'm in my shop, I'll hear something and in my head I'm like, now's not the time. If they keep bothering me and I'm talking to a customer, if they keep, it doesn't happen often, but a couple of years ago I was talking to this woman about something and I kept hearing, Tower Rose is here, Tower Rose is here. And I'm like, it's not the time. Because I'm poaching your space. You may not believe in mediums. Rose may have just died 3 days ago. You know what I mean?
I don't mean to laugh, but
exactly. So after we were talking for a little while, and this woman would not stop. Do you believe in evidential mediums? And she's like, oh, yeah. So I am an evidential medium, and I normally don't do this. But Rose is here, and she's like, oh my God, that's my mom. And I said, she keeps saying to me, Tower Rose is here, Tower Rose. And I have been pushing her back for like 20 minutes, and she wouldn't leave me alone. I said, I'm not going to give you a reading. It's not the time or the place. But just know Rose is here with you. Then Rose leaves me alone that doesn't happen very often because I'm human. I need to have an everyday life. You know, when I sit down with someone who is somebody that I've just met, oh, well, do you see anything around me? It doesn't work that way.
As far as like collaborating between mediums, you touched on it briefly, but is there general collaboration between, like, you'll refer people to other people, and then do you try to do seminars together or write books together or share experiences? Like,
I think it's a little bit of everything. There are certain people, a dear friend of mine passed away, October. And their daughter came to me and wanted a reading. And I said, I'm sorry. I can't, I'm too close. I know and I've known. So I gave her a few names of people that I knew. I don't know whether she got in touch with them or not because it's none of my business.
right.
And if she wants to tell me about it later, great. If she doesn't, that's fine. Because it's her reading. And 90% of the time, unless it's unusual, I don't remember the reading. Like,
Oh, that's interesting.
It's not me, it's spirit talking through me. There are unusual, things that stand out that I'll never forget. But for the most part, I don't remember.
So what is the most challenging part about being a medium?
The most challenging.
I'd imagine there's several.
Well,
Because you're dealing with people who are grieving or emotional, and then you're also trying to manage yourself as well.
yeah,
So, what do you find?
I think the most challenging is when I have parents sitting across from me who have lost children.
Oh, yeah.
And normally during a reading, I don't get emotional because it's not me. In all the readings I've done, maybe 5 times I've gotten emotional. And then there are other mediums who do. And I'm not saying either way is right or wrong. But I did a group reading, and it was an intimate group reading, and there were 10 parents there, and every single one of them had lost a child. And then we did a butterfly release, which was beautiful. And afterwards, I was like, that was really draining.
Yeah.
It was really draining. But, and I don't have it on today, but I have this Batman belt that I wear because one of the young men that came through as Batman, and he kept taking his mask off. And I said, I have a son coming through. He shows me Batman. Can anybody take that? And nobody could take it. And I'm like, I feel like I'm with you. And the woman that came with her, she said, I think that's your son. He was legally blind. And he was saying, I can see now. And when he comes to me in other readings or whatever, he comes as Batman.
Oh, yeah.
So something, gosh, that sounds weird, but something good came of it for me to be able to help these parents deal with a horrible situation,
Yeah.
But I would say that's probably, that's probably the most taxing. I love skeptics, so skeptics aren't a problem. They used to be. They used to be. Because I thought I had to defend myself, and now I'm like, you know what, I'm not for everybody, and that's okay.
Yep.
But yeah, I would say that's probably the hardest thing to deal with would be grieving parents.
Yeah.
Not that if you lose someone, you lose a spouse, that it's not as heart-wrenching.
Right.
But losing children is the most, for me, no matter how it is, suddenly through disease, suicide, overdose, in ways we can't even think of. Murders
terrible.
are difficult. Missing children those are hard.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah.
How do you keep your ability from impeding on your life experiences? Like you said, you turn it off.
I shut it down.
How? Like what?
It's like closing the door. It's like turning the light switch off. It takes a while to, you know, when your kids are little and they go, Mom, 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 and you go, not now, I'm talking. That's how it starts.
Okay.
Where spirits just, I mean, I woke up, I don't know how many times, and there would be a face like in my, oh my God, stop doing that.
I'm not saying it's like a movie, but it's almost like a movie.
Right. And my husband would be like, I'm not doing anything. I'm like, not you, them. And, you know, or I would be at the shop and I'm like, no, it's not the time. Because Spirit's very respectful. So once they know, oh, Stacey can't play right now, so, you know, lights are off. Very seldom do they kind of like step over that, except like in cases of Rose. But I was maybe not as experienced as I am now, I guess is a good way to say it, with being shut down. Because, you know, now if I see somebody coming towards me, like instantly, I'm like, not now.
Do you have repeat offenders? Like
that pop in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. And like some will, like the other night when I was doing a reading, I had this little old man come in, have no idea who he was. Nobody could take him. And when I got to this particular woman, I'm like, look, I've got this little old man, bow tie, kind of looks like Fred Mertz. Don't know who he is. He's not talking to me. But when I came to you, he started smiling. She's like, I don't know anybody like that. I'm like, okay. And at the end, he was still there and he wouldn't give me his name. He wouldn't tell me how he passed. He was just with me. So maybe he was in the house before. Maybe he passed at a car accident across the road. Who knows? He was just being nosy.
Yeah.
But he didn't come home with me. He stayed. So.
Have you ever like seen them like on more than one occasion? Like if it's random, you mean to be turned off, but you're not. You know what I'm trying to say? And so like if you were at the food store and you happen to see something coming your way, has that ever happened again where it's like the same spirit?
No, the only time something like that happens, and I'm going to get really woo.
We like woo.
So Archangel Michael is the archangel that's on the right hand of God. He's the protector. He helps you make hard decisions, and if you're afraid, that's who you call him. So when I first started doing what I do, I wanted protected because I didn't want to be tricked. So I called Archangel Michael in to help me. Well, I'm visual, and I need proof. So I would visualize, I did a meditation, I was visualizing John Travolta, overcoat on, and he's dancing. Overcoat comes off, and he's bringing me chocolate chip cookies. All right. So when I need Archangel Michael, from the movie Michael, in case no one got that. So when I would call Archangel Michael in, this is what I would visualize. Well, sometimes I get stressed or pissed off. I want to throat punch someone, whatever the situation is. And I can smell chocolate chip cookies.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, you got this. I'm good. So, not that Michael is intruding, but he's probably he's probably the one that kind of like just pops in. But our guides, angels, archangels, that's what they're there for, you know. So, yeah.
So how do you determine what are your own thoughts versus an outside source?
It feels different.
How so?
It feels different. So you know how when you take something out of the dryer in the winter and it is fuzzy and when it's spirit, that's how it feels to me.
Okay.
But there are times when someone will ask me something that I have to stop and say, wait a minute, is this my human thought or are you telling me this? So I keep looking to the right because how I have it set up and how it doesn't mean it's for everybody. If they've walked this earth and they've passed, they come through on my right. If they're angelic, they come through on my left. Because when it first started and people, they were just talking to me, I didn't know who the heck was talking to me. So if I get like a tingly, I know that it's spirit. There are times they'll give me something and I'll go, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that. And then when I do, they won't leave me alone because it keeps coming up. And you think about it, if a thought comes to your mind that you don't want to think about, you can push it to the side. It's here, but you're not really thinking about it. Mm-hmm. It's almost like there's a megaphone in my ear. Yeah. Say corned beef and cabbage. I'm not saying corned beef and cabbage. Say corned beef and cabbage. Hard no, I'm not saying corned beef and cabbage.
Now, are you having that? I'm sorry. Are you having that conversation in your head?
In my head.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll have it out loud.
Because I talk to myself. I'm always having conversations with myself.
When the corned beef and cabbage thing happened, and that's a real thing, and I had maybe 35 people, and I was doing a reading for someone, and this energy came through, this spirit came through, and she could take everything, and it was just, And then he like leaned in, he's like, say corned beef and cabbage. And in my head, I'm like, I'm not saying that. Give me something else. Say corned beef and cabbage. And about the 5th time, I'm like, give me something else. I'm not saying it. And I said it out loud. After I said it like 3 or 4 times, this person said, just say it. What's he saying? Just say it. I'm like, this is going to be a hard no. You're going to go, And I said, corned beef and cabbage. She went, oh my God. I'm like, okay. He would have eaten corned beef and cabbage every day if I would have left him. Aww. He loved, and he would ask her for corned beef and cabbage all the time. I'm like, well, I'm glad I said it. And then there's other things where I might see butterflies or dragonflies or cardinals, and I'm like, give me something else, because that's Spirit 101. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're going to see butterflies, and I'll say, give me something else. One time, the person that came through, the energy that came through, showed me spiders. And I'm thinking, oh my God, you're going to show her spiders. So I said to this client, I said, how do you feel about spiders? And she goes, why? I'm like, your grandmother's going to send you spiders to let you know that she's around. And she goes, oh my God, she loves spiders. We called her the Spider Woman. I'm like, okay. There was a spider, and every time I see him, I think of her.
You're probably thinking, she's going to run for the hills.
Right? Grandma, send me something. If I said to my grandkids, I'm going to send you spiders, my grandsons might be like, cool. Yeah. Where my granddaughter should be like, Grandma, no. No. Ew. Right? But they come through as they would have been here on this earth. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So after I pass, if one of my kids goes to a medium, and this medium says, oh, your mother was a lovely woman. She was very quiet and very meek and very plain and, didn't really say much. They'd be like, that's not my mom. No. Wrong person.
Right.
You got somebody else. It feels like a mother figure. Oh, maybe it's my grandmother. Mm-hmm. Something like that. So the personality that they're going to be in spirit is going to be how they are here.
Mm-hmm. How does an individual appointment differ from a group session, and what preparations do you make for each?
So an individual, it's 101, it's you and me. I'll do, I meditate on your name before you come in. I pull a medicine card on you, which tells me what's going on around you. Let's say I pull a prairie dog on you. You look to the prairie dog, we're out in the wild. It has all these holes of escape. So if the prairie dog is upside down, when I pull it, it lets me know you got too much on your plate. Mm-hmm. You're not taking any time for yourself. If it's right side up, what are you running from? That's the basics on that. It would depend on where your energy was taking me. Mm-hmm. And then I do an angel card reading on you. It tells me past, present, future, your path, and your challenge. This helps me connect with your energy and with what's around you. And then that's when spirit comes through.
Okay.
That's if it's a 45-minute to an hour reading. If it's a 20-minute reading, it's none of the angel cards unless that's what you want. Mm-hmm. If it is a intimate group, there's 10 people. Everybody receives a reading. Might be just 5 or 10 minute snippet. I'll maybe pull some angel cards as well, because I usually will shuffle if it's a intimate reading, this just helps me to keep focused. If it is a gathering of, I don't know, 35, 45, Coliseum, hasn't happened yet, but not everybody gets a reading. In 2 hours, I can usually do about 10 readings, 10 to 15. I did a group of 15 the other night. I was bound and determined that everybody was going to get a reading. Some got longer, some got shorter, but everybody got received something. So that's kind of what the difference is. Some people don't want others to hear. Some people are like, I just kind of want to be in the background. And then, I have this, group of friends and we, want to have this. So it all depends on what your preference is. An individual one-on-one reading, you're probably going to get more information because it's just you and me. You're not sharing it with anybody else. But if you've never had a reading and you're a little bit afraid or skeptical or whatever, do one of the others and then see for yourself.
Yeah. Do people sometimes get disappointed if you only do like 5 or 10 minutes? Or
I mean, absolutely. It depends on what their expectations are. I feel like more people get disappointed if this is the one person I want to come through and nobody else.
Oh.
And everybody else wants to come through. Spirit gives you what you need, not what you think you need. So after my mom passed, when this medium first started with us, she I have this father figure. And I'm like, nope, Dad's still alive. Because I was thinking, Mom, 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 Mom. And she kept talking. And my daughter was with me, and she's like, Mom, Pap. And I'm like, your Pap's alive. And she goes, Dad's dead? I'm like, oh. And then I started thinking about what she said. Oh, yes, I gotcha. But I was so determined that I wanted my mom.
Yeah.
And had never really been to a medium before, so I didn't know what to expect. I guess people do get disappointed. But then it's the other side, where you go to a reading, I'm giving you information, but you don't take it. So I did a reading a while ago, and I kept getting husband that had passed, and they kept saying, Bob, Bobby, Bob, Bobby, Bob, Bobby. Husband, heart attack. Can anybody take it? And this was a larger, and nobody could take it. I'm like, I don't know. And he wouldn't leave me alone. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll kind of scan the audience and see where my energy stops. I said, I feel like I'm with you. And pointed to this woman. And she says, I said, is your husband on the other side? Yes, he is. What was his name? Bob. So did you call him Bobby? No, my name's Bobby. Did he have a heart attack? Yeah. So your husband passed of a heart attack. But she had never been to it, and she didn't want to take it. But it came, It was a very beautiful reading. I've got somebody coming through, and they're making soft pretzels. Can anybody take that? And then somebody's like, Mom, you make soft pretzels. Like, she worked at Annie Ann's or whatever it is.
But you're not thinking about yourself. You're thinking about who you want.
And it's even like I said to my husband, because as much as he supports me and takes me and loves what I do, he won't go to a reading with me. He doesn't want to be called out, which I get. And I said, just ignore it if they call you. And he goes, yeah, well, I've seen you go, I feel like I'm with you. He goes, I don't,
Yeah.
I'll go with you, but I'll wait in the car, or I'll be out and, And
I'll be out schmying.
That's fine. Most men are skeptics because they don't want to be vulnerable. They don't want, just like my husband, he's not skeptical, but he doesn't want to be put in a position in front of a lot of people.
Yeah.
That makes him uncomfortable. He's the man. He's the protector. He needs to stay focused. And I get that. I do have a lot of men clients, but 3-to-1 with women. Maybe 5-to-1.
Speaking of clients, the one-on-one sessions, will you let them come back as much as they want, or what do you have a?
Normally what I say is wait 8 months to a year. Absorb everything that you got and then come back. Unless something else has happened. Maybe someone else passed. Because this is my opinion. mediumship is not a way to communicate and stay connected with your loved one so that you don't have to go through grief.
Oh, okay.
So I can bring you the message and give that to you. Allow yourself to absorb it and heal through it. I had a woman a couple years ago. Well, you know, I was told that I could talk to my significant other through you anytime I wanted. You were told wrong. Maybe some mediums do that. But honestly, you need to heal. It's never going to go away. But
right.
Reality is their meat suit is gone. And you need to...
Their meat suit?
Their meat suit.
I love that. I'm going to use that.
Allow yourself to not move on, but become who you are because of them and for them. Not, well, I don't know whether to sell the house. I got to call the medium. I got to call the psychic to see if I can talk to, you know. No.
Yeah.
And I have returning clients, of course. We all do. Or they'll have a one-on-one and then maybe they'll bring a friend to a group reading or something like that.
Yeah.
And here's the worst thing. You come and you have a reading with me and then you come back and your loved one comes through and goes, I don't have anything to say. I said everything I needed to say the last time.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So then I'm like, okay.
What do we do now?
So what do we do now? And occasionally you may not be ready for the reading. I had a woman whose child had passed and I didn't know that it had only been a week before.
Oh.
And when she came to me, because you book through my website, she was still so far in grief. He popped in, but she wasn't ready. So he wasn't giving me a lot. And I ended up saying, listen, why don't you come back in like 30 or 60 days? This reading's on the house. You need to be ready. You're too deep in grief. He's okay, but you need to be okay. You may never be okay, but you need to be better than you are right now. And she did. She waited probably about 45 days. And she even emailed me and she was, I think I'm ready now. And, you know, of course, I put all that out of my head when she comes in because I just have their name. I don't know anything about them. That's another thing that's a hard thing to... Oh, you just looked me up on Facebook. I don't have freaking time to look you up on Facebook to say...
Right.
Oh, Jody Miller. Okay. Where's she from? No. No.
What are your goals for your retreats and your classes? Because you have classes separate from your retreats too.
Yeah, so I have in-person classes, and then I have online classes with another medium, and then I have the retreats. So my goal, sounds like a big goal, but my goal is to help heal the world one person at a time. So if what I say to you helps you heal a little bit, makes you a better person to someone else, that helps them heal a little bit to someone else that helps them heal. So that's kind of where my goal is, because we get lost in so much.
Yeah.
We've forgotten who we are.
It's like paying it forward.
Yeah. So that's kind of my, I mean, I don't, you know, I'm not molding mediums and saying, oh, this is how you do it. But it's saying to them, listen, you want to talk about your dreams? Let's have a class on dream interpretation. But your intuition, the way you feel about the dream, is going to be the right thing. Because you're not wrong. They gave it to you for a reason. What were you thinking about? What was going on in your day? Are you making a decision? What's going on? So it's just guiding them to trust themselves.
And your classes, is it structured at all, kind of like a school, or is it just like the online ones? Do you just put ones out there and then
so we do them for a year, and then there's different topics. Gosh, what is the one coming up in that awful? And I just did all the promotion for it. Oh, it's on energies and auras. So if that's something that appeals to you, Pop in the class, $25. You can buy all the classes, or you can just pick and choose what you want. Because maybe dream interpretation, you're like, I don't really. But, angel numbers. I've always wondered about that. I'm going to get that one. And then my in-person classes at the shop at Hip Gypsy, they're more hands-on. So we did a vision board for the first one.
Oh, cool.
And how to manifest. And we looked at it for like just either for the month or for the first quarter. We didn't do for the whole year because it's too broad.
Yeah.
What do I want by the end of the year? I don't know. And, we do journaling prompts and just, it's very interactive. So it's just kind of where I feel drawn of things that I questioned. And I mean, I do Tuesday Talks at 10:30 on Facebook, Connecting the Spirit with Stacey every Tuesday. And I just talk about different subjects.
Oh, cool.
So it's coming back home and how do you feel about yourself and, how you can change things, and grief and mediumship and things like that.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's neat. That's very neat. Do pets seek you out as well? Or is it
know,
only people?
Recently pets have been seeking me out, which is fun and odd, but also kind of like, how do you validate what a pet's saying to me? But...
And how do you determine that it's an actual pet and not just a vision of...
Because I can see it. Or they'll put the dog on my lap.
Oh, okay.
When I was doing a reading at the shop a couple months ago, well, it was in October, this horse just was walking down the aisle. And I'm standing up, and I remember and I pause, and there's a little giggling, and there's like 30 people there. And I'm like, okay, this is new. I have a horse that's in the aisle. And because it's a horse, like if it's a person, I have a person standing, here. I know it's either this person or that person. Horse is big. So I'm like, okay, so the head of the horse is kind of this way. So I'm thinking, and I'm going in my head, is this for you or who's this horse? And nobody knew who the horse was, which was fine. But then like a couple of nights later, I did this reading. Freaking horse shows up.
Same horse?
Same horse. And I'm like, okay. But the horse stood behind this girl and put his head on her shoulder. Aww. And I said, okay, did you lose a horse? I said, he feels like a cowboy. And I know it's a horse. But I said, he feels like the Marlboro Man. She was like, yeah. And she did rodeos with him, and so her horse came through.
Yeah.
But I'm like, he was early. He was at another reading.
Yeah, but that's interesting. Like, so now they just show up now?
Yeah, occasionally I'll have a horse. And when I have an intimate group or a private, after I bring through whoever they give to me, I'll say, was this the main person that you were looking for, or were you looking for someone else? And if you go, oh, I was looking for someone else, well, what's the name of that person? And I'll write their name down. And basically, whoever I've got the channel with, I say, go get. Most of the times I can bring them through, but sometimes I can't. And I was doing a reading for this one group, and I asked her that, and she goes, oh, there was somebody, but I'm like, no, who? And the friends were like, go ahead. So she gave me this name, and I wrote the name down, and I said, oh, is this a dog? And she says, yeah. And what's that? There's an Adam Sandler movie where he adopts a little boy and they try to take him away. Yeah. And the little boy goes, I'll wipe my own ass.
Yeah.
I said, this dog is talking in this voice saying to me, I don't smell like a dog. I don't smell like a dog. And she started laughing. She goes, I always, cleaned him up afterwards, and I would put cologne on him because I would say, you are not a dog. You're not going to smell like a dog. Oh. So I'm like, all right, I have your dog here. So that was something that could validate it, but I'm thinking, oh my God, what?
That must have been strange to just start seeing animals now. Are there topics you will not cover, even if the connection presses you? Like, I know you said sometimes you don't want to say things.
So So I won't talk about health or relationship unless they really push it. Your loved ones on the other side are not disappointed in you at all. So if you would come to me and is my mom mad because I married someone that she didn't like? She has a better understanding. She doesn't have human feelings. She wants what's best for you. She's going to help you. And if you specifically ask me, well, unless they bring it up, my job is to help you heal. And I ask God and Spirit and angels to bring in the most loving message to help you heal. So if anything derogatory comes through, which it really doesn't, that of course I wouldn't. Now, this is one. So if I'm in a group reading and Spirit comes through and says something that I think is not appropriate to be said in front of a group, I might say to the person, they're giving me information about a situation that may be uncomfortable for you. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Yes. Would you rather that I didn't discuss that? And then I leave it up to them.
Have you ever had like a mean, like someone who was mean in life and they were still mean, like come through?
I've had people coming through like wagging their finger. Or, I had this woman come through and she told me to sit up and get my hair out of my face. And I was just
my goodness.
I said, I have this person that tells me to sit up and, but they're not mean. When I first started, I had a mom come through and Archangel Michael came in and said, back away, bad juju. And I'm like, what? Bad juju. Well, I don't know how to back away. You're going to have to take them.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm new. So the client that was in front of me, she's like, what? What's going on? I said, So I tried to bring mom through and Archangel Michael told me to back away. Bad juju. Sorry. And she goes, oh, no, well, we thought maybe she was, had multiple personalities.
Oh.
And I feel like because I was still practicing and learning, I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Because years later, this woman came back to me and mom came through and it was not a problem. So I feel like because I was still new that maybe this energy would have like really messed with my energy where I would have been like, I don't know what to say.
What is the largest session you will do?
I'll do Coliseum. Bring it on. I would like to just feel that one time. Maybe I'll love it, maybe I won't. I mean, I've done theaters and, like movie theaters or whatever. If there's a place, I'll do it.
Are the spirits the same after they've passed on as they were in life? If you had a schizophrenic in life, are they like that after they pass, or is it different?
They don't come through that way to me. I feel like once they pass, there's a healing process that they go through. They may come through and I might be doing something like this. I'm like, would you understand that maybe they didn't always completely understand who they were or what was going on? They're letting me know that they figured that out. Because someone who's bipolar is not going to come through like a ballerina.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you handle if there are no connections? Have you ever had that?
I've never had that. There's always someone coming through. The issue may be, like we discussed before, it's not the connection that you wanted. But, every time I go, whether it's on stage or on a one-on-one, I always think to myself, oh, God, what if nobody comes through?
Do you ever have, where it was very minimal?
Yes.
And
yes.
What do you do? What was the ratio or?
There's not many. Generally, if someone is coming to see me who is very skeptical or trying to debunk me, I don't get a lot because your energy is not what it needs to be. So I may just say, okay, I just need you to relax and just breathe. Don't worry about yesterday, today, or tomorrow. Just be here with me right now. Because if they're sitting...
running their feet.
Yeah. I had, over at Denise's, we had this man come to a group and it was 9 women and 1 man. Baseball hat. And I'm like, oh, are you here because you want to be here or are you somebody's driving partner? He goes, no, my wife and my mother came a couple months ago and they bought me this ticket and said I had to go. I'm like, are they with you? Nope. I'm like, you're on your own?
And you get
Yep. I said, brave guy. And I wouldn't say that he was skeptical, but he wasn't all in.
Right.
And as his reading came through, like he'd kind of hunch down and the baseball hat would come down. And at the end, he just left.
Oh, wow.
He just left. I'm like, I don't know if that's good or bad. But you know what? He was there. He was open. He didn't realize what he was going to receive. Generally, somebody pops up, you know, or what I might just do is say, were you more just here out of curiosity and don't really have anybody on the other side? Because that happens sometimes too. Yeah. Okay. So were you more looking for like an energy reading? What's good? Yeah. All right. So we'll move to that.
How much does it mean to you to have this ability?
Well, you know, I can't imagine myself ever doing anything else. It helps so many people, and it's not me.
What did you do before this?
I was in sales and marketing forever.
Oh, okay.
You know, I have a gift shop now, or a retail shop, and I was a gift rep. I was on the road selling gifts.
Oh, okay.
Been a sales trainer. And that was even part of my confusion because I'm thinking, you know, I've taken body language classes. I've been a sales trainer. Am I just reading your body language? And then I'm like, ooh, I got the name Isabella. So no body language is going to say Isabella.
Right.
And I would keep an aha book. And I tell all my mentees, keep an aha book because your mind will go, this is imposter syndrome. I'm not really doing this. Oh. Corned beef and cabbage. Oh, horse. I don't smell like a dog.
Yeah.
You know, there's no body language that I could have gotten that from.
Right.
And 9 chances out of 10 on this girl's Facebook, she does not have a picture or her voice saying to her dog, you're not going to smell like a dog. You know?
Yeah.
So it's those validations that help you know I have who I have, but also let me know this is right. But I've seen people come to me very heavy and deep in grief, and when they leave, you know, they can breathe. They're not healed. It's not going to heal you.
But it helps
But
on
it
the
helps.
road too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To have that phone call to the other side.
Yeah, that's got to
Kids are off at college, haven't heard from them for 3 weeks. All of a sudden they call. Oh my God, I had all these things in my head. What was going on with you? You weren't answering your phone. And, you know?
Yeah, I do. I wouldn't go 3 weeks. I go like a couple hours. Where are you?
Where are you? When he was sick, he told me that when he died, I needed to tell the hive. Because if I didn't tell the hive would die. And he goes, I didn't tell the hive. And 2 days later, the hive died.
Oh.
And up front, this woman was like, oh, and I'm like, oh my God, what? And she said, my daddy was a beekeeper. His name was Harry. And the same day that he died, his hive died.
Oh.
So I'm like, and this gives me chills just thinking about it. So I'm like, you're telling me they don't piggyback. Harold. Jim, okay. John, Harold. Beekeepers. And then the one woman said to me, you're not going to believe this. And she sent me a picture of this bee on her porch the following morning. Pennsylvania, February, honeybee.
Oh my goodness.
So, I don't know.
That's
There's
crazy.
all different types of things
Yeah.
that come up and, you know, where you're like, nuh-uh. I had this man come through and he's standing in front of me telling me he chokes chickens for sport.
Oh.
And I'm like, I am not
Saying
saying
that.
that.
Run for the hills.
And there's, I don't know if it was on MASH or whatever, but my husband would, you know, when we were dating, he would call me and like, I'm talking to you through a rubber chicken. So I heard my husband saying about a rubber chicken. So I'm like, okay. And I'm thinking people are here through that are pet lovers and oh my God, you know. So I said, okay. And after the man wouldn't stop, I finally said, and it was an intimate group. So I said, okay, does anybody offend easily? Because if you do, you need to put your panties on. So they're like, okay. I said, this person won't leave me alone. I have a man coming through that tells me he chokes chickens for sport. And they were here. I'm like,
Somebody admitted it.
thank you, Jesus. So before I went, I said, I'm assuming nobody else here can take this. And everybody's like,
No.
and I'm like, you want to explain this? So this man had a baseball team that he put together, softball team. And they were called the Chicken Chokers.
Oh.
And the team that lost, or the person that had to carry around a rubber chicken.
Oh.
So I'm thinking...
That's funny.
Killing chickens, or I'm thinking the other thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, thank God somebody took that. Because, hello.
You're like, it doesn't get any better than this.
I'm like this man. And I'm like, you got a different way to tell me that? And he's like, no. And he's holding this rubber chicken. And I'm like...
I'm sure you've had many heartwarming stories. Do one or two stand out for you as most heartwarming?
The Batman one. Mm-hmm. Because the situation of how the young man passed was very... I had a man and his daughter come through to me. That was one that I got emotional because I could feel the love from the wife, mother. There was a young man that was killed in a car accident. And after the reading, the grandmother came over to me and like hugged me. And she's like, you changed my life. I'm like, I don't know what to do with that. But later I was just like, oh, you know. So I think they're all heartwarming because all of a sudden maybe you can breathe a little better. Doesn't take it away. People are looking for people. If I can put them on the trail. There was a murder that happened up my way, and they kept showing me 3 people. 2 people were killed, but I saw a third and then another person, and they kept showing me a white sheet being ripped, and that had to do with the person's name, the murderer's name. Didn't know until years later, and the woman called me, and she said, remember when you said you saw this? The third person, and this was what his name was.
Oh.
So I'm like, holy shit. So those are touching moments.
Yeah.
But to me, like I said, it's all touching if you can heal or you can breathe, because now you know your loved one was here and they're with you and they're only a whisper away and they're here. You know, you are here because of them.
Yeah. Do you have any last minute thoughts or wisdom you want to bestow? And
no pressure.
And then if you want to tell everybody about your website, where they can find you, how to reach out for you.
Yeah.
All that
You
good
know,
stuff.
I think the wisdom that I would bestow, if you feel called to see a medium, do your research. If they tell you have an attachment and you need 5 more sessions and they can get rid of the attachment, run. But ask a family member. Somebody in your family has seen a medium. I swear, one of your family friends. Look at them on the website or their social medias. Look at their reviews. You know, it's an up-and-coming thing now. Everybody is a medium. And there are a lot of mediums out there. But there's a lot of bad ones and there's a lot of good ones you got to find. And maybe you go and you have a bad reading, or you feel like it's bad, go to another one. Maybe you weren't ready to receive it. I've had that sometimes where they're not ready to receive it. But I would just say, you know, your loved ones are okay. They love you. You can connect with them through a medium if you want to. If it's not your gig, that's all right. Don't criticize other people for it being their gig. And we're all energy, and be nice. You know? Freaking be nice.
Just be nice.
Just be nice.
Yeah.
If you spew hate, hate's going to come to you.
Yep.
You know?
Absolutely.
So that
Very
would
well
be my
said.
live the life you love. I feel like it's all like these quotes, you know? But, you know, you're only here for a short time. Do what you can to be the best that you can. And help as many people as you can. And put your boundaries up. And if someone passes and you need to see a medium, if you got that nudge, go.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So.
And how can our viewers find you?
Sure. So everything about me is under Connecting to Spirit with Stacey, Stacey, whether it's the website, whether it is Facebook, the group, or the page. My email, connectingtospiritwithstacey@gmail.com, or info@connectingtospiritwithstacey. or just Google my name. There's a lot of information
There
on
is,
Google.
because I
about
Googled
me.
her.
I've had several write-ups. I was just featured in Voyage PA. I've been in Voyage Maryland. I've been Voyage Tennessee, Voyage Texas. Think of the one that just did. If you can't find much information about the medium you're going to see, maybe not the one for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
This
much.
was a pleasure, really.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
Well,
so,
good.
And
Good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yep. And I come to Bel Air, Maryland once a month.
Yes, she does.
You go on the website, see when I'm here, schedule reading. I do them Zoom as well as in person. So I'm in Pennsylvania on the other side of Gettysburg. Come up, see my shop, and have a reading.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Okay.
All right. HUMA.